Wagwan fam, it's your OG Wanky P King Ross, and I'm here with all the WTF moments from the worst episode of WWE Raw in recent flipping memory, otherwise known as WWE Fastlane 2017. Here we flipping gone. And we start with the opening tagline of the show, which is our bollocks. No, it's not our bollocks, it's you've got to think faster, move even faster. Even though the four male main eventers at least are KO, Goldberg, Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman. Four men who aren't very fast at all. And then the main tagline of the show in the opening promo package went on to say, bollocks again. No, it didn't say bollocks again. It said if you stop, well, you don't want to do that. Well, bugger my bum, isn't Goldberg buggered? Because as we all know, he can't move in a straight line for more than 3 seconds without being gassed to the mother flipping gills. Smarky smark joke, he can run farther than me. So then, since you have to move fast through Fastlane and we have big sweaty men who can't move very fast going into Fastlane, I suppose WrestleMania, the main event portion of the Raw half of the thing, card, I suppose, is cancelled. We don't have WrestleMania. None of them are quick enough. I suppose we'll have to rename WrestleMania Cruisermania because only the cruiserweights will survive Fastlane because they're the only ones quick enough. For WhatCulture signs. Next, we move on to the commentary team who were making a big hoo-ha about the fact it took Samoa Joe 15 long years. Who the f*** is that? It's that Jules guy. We move on to the commentary team who were making a big hoo-ha about the fact it took Samoa Joe 15 years to make it to this spot that he was on last night's WWE Raw. I mean, Fastlane. They're the same bloody thing. It felt like an episode of Raw, didn't it? Was that crap? Anyway, so it's supposed to be an impressive achievement that it took Samoa Joe 15 years to make it to the curtain jerker spot of the worst WWE pay-per-view of recent memory against Sami Zayn, a man who is affectionately known to me, and others in the WhatCulture offices, I must add, as the underdog from the undercard because he'll never be in a main event. You know why? Because he's too generic. Here we have a direct quote from Michael Cole, who said Monday Night Raw does it right. Bugger my bum. I bet he wasn't saying that after these 3 hours of bullshittery that took place at Fastlane. Well, 3 hours minus the Strowman and Reigns and Cruiserweight match. I enjoyed those two, but I thought the rest of it was shit, really shit. So shit that I have to swear, WhatCulture bosses. I know you don't like it, but I have to. Suck my balls. Right then, next we move on to Samoa Joe's facial expression while he was having an orgasm, while he was locking the old Coquita clutch on Sami Zayn's sorry limp arse. And now I'm going to recreate this facial expression, which will no doubt send you into an orgasmic state too. It's like somebody asked Samoa Joe, give us your best cowie face, pal, and that's what he produced. He looks like he's just treble dropped and then had several lines of toot. My God, he must have felt totes amazed balls with his balls rubbing against the back of Sami Zayn. They keep telling us that Seth Rollins is highly unlikely to make WrestleMania, but then WWE air a new WrestleMania ad. You know, when they're on a roller coaster, aren't the screams of terror quite fitting for the journey we're taking into WrestleMania? Because it looks like it's going to be shit, even though it's no doubt about it, the WWE will somehow pull the proverbial rabbit out their arse like they always do at the grandest stage of them all. Woo! Well, who is the second person you see on this new advert, I hear you ask? Well, it's the highly unlikely Seth Rollins, who is highly unlikely to be at WrestleMania. If he's so highly unlikely, why is he on a roller coaster thing for WrestleMania advert roller coaster thing? We're on a roller coaster of bullshit. Less than a week after Shane McMahon came down the WWE SmackDown Live ramp to sort out a rope-related controversy, WWE Raw, with their own rope-related controversy, didn't bloody bother. Where the flip was Mick, I'm harbour-darben asking. This is a PR disaster for WWE Raw because it's only going to show the WWE SmackDown Live is the show that does it right, making Michael Cole's throwaway line from earlier in the evening where he said WWE Raw did it right an even bigger WTF moment because they don't abide by the rules. They are just a bunch of... First of all, it's clear for all to see that Mick Foley's phone is not plugged into a power source because there's absolutely diddly squat on that screen. If it was plugged in, it would have all sorts on there, but there's flip all. Nothing. Not the bad. Second of all, regardless of the fact if the plane is moving or stationary, Stephanie McMahon and her giant lady balls should not be using a mobile telephone device while on board an aeroplane craft. Thing is, though, if Stephanie McMahon and her giant lady actually took a step back from her giant lady and thought about it for a second, she was probably the reason that the plane wasn't taking off. No, au contraire. Sassy ghetto lady. No, not because of her being on the phone, but because her giant lady balls are weighing the plane down so much it can't leave the floor. Now, because I'm a massive hack, I've got a huge scope for you. Do you wonder how Stephanie McMahon sits while she's traveling on these aircrafts? Well, a little birdie told me just how she does that. So she takes the weight of her giant lady balls. It's just like this. Where are we? Oh yeah. Nia Jax squats 315 pounds. She deadlifts 350 pounds on that, whatever it's called. On the bench press, she does 205 pounds. However, when little bitsy Sasha Banks gets on top of with the O'Connor roll to pin her, she can't power out of that. 315, 350, 205, all a lot heavier weights than Sasha Banks and her petite little figure. Didn't make sense, that, to me, and it shouldn't have to you either, you fire. This was a bit of a weird interaction. I didn't know whether to shit or wind my watch. The commentary team are talking about Raw Talk, which comes up after Fastlane. They cut back to the announce team on screen. Corey Graves. Oh, by the way, Byron Saxton, you look a lot like Taz with your orange and black suit on. This got me to thinking if that was a white fellow sat there in Byron's chair with an orange and black suit on, there'd be no way that Corey Graves would be going, you look like Taz. You look like... it's a digging... it's just a weird... He completely changed the discourse of the conversation just to say this for reasons which are unbeknownst to anybody. Very, very weird. Very weird indeed. I mean, if Byron had the shades on, we'd let him away with it. If Byron had a mohawk, we'd let him away with it. But no, he's just a black man with a black and orange suit. Looks like Taz, apparently. Oh, dearie, 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 dearie me. Dearie, dear, dear, pep. Here's something to cover me back for that point. Why the flip are they even mentioning Taz? Taz hasn't worked for WWE in bare time. He's got his own radio show. He does it, you know what I mean? They shouldn't be subliminally mentioning him like that at all because he's got nothing to do with the company. Unless he's announced something on his radio show, which I don't know about. That's a possibility. Either way, it was weird to hear Corey changing the discourse of the conversation like he did so. It's important to note here that Jinder Hard Body Mahal is standing still here, yet he looks like he's going to explode. Oh, hey. Awkward turtle, shaky palm tree, if you know what I'm talking about. You just don't see bodies like this anymore in WWE. Bugger my bum. Jesus Christ. Have Lana's legs just completed a cross-channel swim? Have Lana's legs just been involved in a road traffic accident? Have Lana's legs just completed a road marathon the seconds before they came out for WWE Fastlane 2017? Who knows? Either way, they've come dressed as emergency blankets, which turned out quite handy, to be quite honest, because my bae, my spirit animal Ruru, definitely needed emergency blankets after 3 choke slams and a KO punch which left him Sparko in the middle of the ring. I'm going to borrow something from Simon Miller here because I completely agree with the sentiment. Hashtag save Rusev because my... Here we have Cesaro wearing a gold sparkly jacket. Does this remind you of anybody? It does, Joe Hendry. First we have Jack Gallagher. Gallagher. With Marty Scales' umbrella, and now we've got Cesaro with that local wanker Joe Hendry's customary golden jacket. Now those what creatures who have been following the storyline between me and Joe Hendry are probably wondering why I'm bringing this point up. Dick Tubbs, play the footage, please.
You shouldered me. You got to take it. That's it. That's what I want. Right, still a bit.
Oh, come on, man alive!
You gotta stop it.
I've watched these wrestlers.
Right, okay, let's do this.
Oh! Aye, that chop stung my tatty bojangles like a bitch, so I have a message for Cesaro and his sparkly jacket. You're not going to find the brass rings in Joe Hendry's little top pocket there, are you, Cesaro? Stop the gimmick infringement. Motherfucker! 3 cakes! 3 matchka cakes! Oh, matchka cakes. Yes, my Beiruru sounded like he was saying matchka cakes when he was supposed to be saying matchka kicks. Cakes, though, fucking poor. The WWE Universe can't get enough of my package. Let's take a look at my beautiful package. They had over 4 hours of footage to trim down. My package was massive. Now then, after hearing endlessly about Austin Aries' massive package, it means his cock and balls. A question was inserted into my mind which I don't know the answer to. Which is bigger, Austin Aries' package or Tom Phillips' dinosaur bone? Answers on a postcard, please. I reckon it's Tom Phillips' dinosaur bone, you know. F me sideways and call me Betty. There was a "This is awesome" chant during a WWE Cruiserweight division match. I just don't know anymore. A cruiserweight match. That was the most uncruiserweightish match in the history of the division, which was also the best cruiserweight match, but also the most uncruiserweight-like match in the history of the division. That tells me one thing. The cruiserweight division is going to die soon. Nobody gets the appeal of the style anymore. This more strong style, hard-hitting, I'll nut the f*** out of you stuff is far more appealing to the fan base. There's one thing to say about the WWE Cruiserweight division, and it's this. The end is nigh, the end is nigh, f***ing run away, the end is nigh. Here are some quotes from Michael Cole ahead of the Braun Strowman-Roman Reigns showdown. I cannot wait for this matchup. This has been building for weeks now. It's Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. Now then, I know that wasn't much of a quote. I forgot what I was going to say before I started. But it looked like Michael Cole was rapidly approaching his blotting climax as he was introducing that match between Strowman and Reigns. Bugger my bum. Never mind Vince McMahon liking big sweaty men. I suppose I have to reverse the lyrics to this song. F*** you, Blazing Squad. I guess the jingle now goes. Michael Cole likes big sweaty men. Michael Cole likes big sweaty men. Michael Cole likes big sweaty men. Stop. Correct check. Roman Reigns forgot to pack his massive army boots and then came out wearing some very comfortable looking trainers that he was supposed to be kicking someone's arse in. It didn't quite look right. Right then, it's time for some fun facts about Roman Reigns' footwear. If you head your marquee arses over to Foot Patrol, you will see that these cleats have been reduced from 130 ducats to 50 ducats, presumably because Roman Reigns, a wank pheasant in a different sense of the word to me, of course, unless it means big, tall bronze with lovely hair and a magical physique, was seen wearing them in public. Nike presents a collection of Special Field, or in this case, Special Shield, am I right, lads? boots this month in preparation for the upcoming seasons. With a nod to founder Bill Bowerman's time in the army during World War II, each pair merges a traditional boot upper with a chunky outsole for a contemporary design. Presented in the shade of black with a crafted textile upper, high-cut lacing system with hooks on the eyelets for a tailored fit. Sitting upon a white rugged traction outsole, the pair is finished with a looped heel tabs and set-off rounded laces. Now then, if what I've been saying is true and Vince McMahon does actually like big sweaty men, why has he chosen to go with the man that people gave up with a long time ago instead of going with the man, giving this big sweaty man a push, the big sweaty man that everybody actually likes? Answer me this, please, because I doubt you flipping can. I mean, Vince has pushed Roman, a big sweaty man in his own right, over the biggest and the sweatiest man on his entire roster. Maybe this means that Vince McMahon doesn't even like big sweaty men, and judging by recent champions in WWE, I suppose this might be true. I suppose we'll have to change the song again. The song will have to go like this now. Vince McMahon likes roly-poly champions. Vince McMahon likes roly-poly champions. Vince McMahon likes roly-poly champions. Well, bugger my butt, maybe I'll get a job in WWE soon. Me and John working to go. Bollocks. Here's a direct quote from Byron Saxon. I can't believe Roman Reigns is the man who stopped Braun Strowman. Byron, where the f*** have you been the past 2, 3, 4 years, you f***ing idiot? You f***ing idiot with your stupid face and your clothes from the toilet shop. Aye. Where'd you get your glasses from? The place where you buy bin bags. PG WTF Moments. Bosses. Proving internet virgins. Wrong moment of the week. All week I had Marks tweeting me going, oh, Charlotte's going to win because it's a pay-per-view. And I'm just sitting there like they've made a big deal about Charlotte being 16-0 at pay-per-views before WWE Fastlane. Her father, Ric Flair, had 16 world titles to his name. 16 and 16. They're basically the same thing, even though they clearly aren't. The world titles mean a lot more than pay-per-view wins consecutively. But logic happened. Charlotte lost. I was proved correct. You were all wrong. I'm a sick guy. Buy the shirt that Barack Obama now owns. He bought 2. One for good wear and one to wear around the house. Bailey can't get Charlotte set right for a corner elbow drop thing, but when she finally goes for the corner elbow drop thing, she barely hits her. I think it's fair to say that there would have been a more devastating blow from one of the blow-up inflatable colourful condom blow-up things that accompany her down the ramp every single time she walks down the bastard thing. And they're really soft because they're inflatable Johnnies. Johnnies that would no doubt fit around Tom Phillips' dinosaur bone. Next, we move on to the commentators who were endlessly comparing Charlotte to Tom Brady. I suppose after this match, she must have been deflated. Yeah! This streak ended on what was probably the worst WWE pay-per-view in recent memory. What a bloody waste. And what makes this moment even worse is the fact that the match should have ended in DQ. Sasha Banks came down and interfered in full sight of the referee. What would have been wrong to end this match in DQ and then have Bayley break the streak at WrestleMania, where it would have actually meant something? On a B-grade pay-per-view like Fastlane, which of course is the worst in recent bloody memory, it's just gone to bloody waste. This whole scenario just makes me want to do one thing. I push my fingers into my eyes and then get a gun and shoot myself in the face. Goldberg ate a bowl of nails without milk, I hear you say. He didn't, like. But nails and milk. Former WWE superstar Nails and his blood juice. Blah! But kudos to the bloke just behind that sign who is fast asleep. He's got the right bloody idea. God, I wish I was in bed now. Mind games from KO. Oh, really good, but they made no bloody sense. He had ample opportunities to let the referee ring the bell, after which he could have got out the ring and with his champion's advantage had himself counted out and retained the belt for himself. Him hopping in and out of the ring before the bell had even rung might have looked funny, I guess, but it made no bloody sense. There was ample chance for the bell to ring, but he didn't allow it to happen. He would still be champion now if he was booked with half a brain. Of course, as we all know, once the bell had rung and KO had got out of the ring, he could have frolicked around the ring. Frolicked like a little lady, because as we all know, Goldberg gets gassed after moving 2 yards, and KO would have outlasted him for at least the 10 count. He probably could have made it to a 100 count without Bill catching him because he gets gassed to the gills really bloody easy. Why didn't they think of this one? Ugh. "22 seconds. Bugger my bum." And that's it. That's all of your WTF moments from the worst episode of WWE Raw in recent memory. Bye.